Hello, this is Christian Codes, and I don't know if y'all can hear that train in the background, but it's rumbling. But if I do not start recording immediately, I probably won't meet my upload time. I'm trying to post every day and be consistent and stuff. So I will tell y'all what I did today. So I worked on my GitHub page. As you can see, now I have we have some YouTube videos. Like my YouTube videos dynamically pop up, so and they refresh every hour, and that's because of a GitHub workflow. If I go to this, yeah, I found this out through. Hold on, let me open Discord because I did send it to somebody. The other day there was a guy who walked into one of the Discords I'm in, and he was just like, "Oh man, he was making his look pretty and stuff." And I think I showed y'all yesterday. So it's this right here. It's the GitHub README YouTube cards. I think I should link that in the description. So I'll go ahead and do that. It's a really good repository, and I followed a video by Forest Knight, which I'll probably link in the video as well. I uploaded this to Front End Mentor. Oh, I'm skipping stuff. Sorry, I'm skipping stuff. Okay, anyway. So did that, uploaded some stuff, made it look pretty or whatever with the language and tools, said that I'm a veteran. I have a BFA in graphic design. My goal is to be a front end web developer, and I link to my YouTube, and then it has my latest YouTube videos right here, and they are clickable. And again, they update every hour. The next thing I did today, and this was like really on my mind, I was stressing so much about this newsletter sign up that y'all saw me work on for the last 2 days, because I was so hyper focused and making it pixel perfect and all that stuff. Anyway, it came out great. This is a picture of what it looks like. I need to edit this. Actually, let me do that right now. I go to Front End Mentor, and then I go to My Challenges, Solutions. Can I go to My Challenge? Hold on, what? Home. How do I do this, man? My Learning Pass. My Challenges completed. Okay. My God. Was I ever gonna get here? Who knows? And hold on, where's my solution? Oh man, there. Hold on. Learning paths, JavaScript fundamentals. Okay, I completed the challenge. Yay! Challenge completed. Improve solution. Submit solution. Okay, so this is the lot. I could have did this an easier way, but just bear with me. Go ahead and edit that. And we will say the live site URL is this. Why does it do this when I do that? Do that. Delete this. Delete that. Go to the repository. Add that. Do this. Do that. Add that. Okay. Let's preview it. Okay, that's not what that's supposed to say. Oh, let's delete this. Let's delete this. Let's preview it. All right, commit changes. Updated links to live site and repo. Commit changes. All right. So yeah, I finished that, and I guess we can go ahead and click it. and look at it a little bit. Let me move myself up. Ooh, that is not what I meant to do. Let's move me a little bit. Go to a live site URL. As you can see, it's working. It's doing the thing. Inspect element. Now we're gonna do like that. We're gonna go to 375. For some reason, these are not showing up and it is breaking again. I don't know why it's doing that, but then I move it and it's working. It's like weird, and these aren't showing up. So I'm assuming I need to go back in. I need to go back in to, let's go to the code. Let's go to the style.css. And let's go to button before. Do we have a before down here? Input, error, input, before. This needs to be updated. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, let's see. We're gonna go all the way down here. And we're gonna go up. We're looking for the before. There we go. So we're gonna do one of these, add a period, do like that. Do like that, commit changes, added a dot. Can't forget the dots. Commit changes. And then it's gonna do a little action, it's gonna deploy that anyway. So I'll just go back to it, and so for the most part it's working, it's doing its thing, and that's I have to move on. This is messed up. This is not how it's supposed to be. I think this because it was display grid. I need to go back and display flex, which I will fix later, because right now I feel like I'm getting too hyper fixated on this thing. What I have learned from these mistakes is that I should design mobile first. It's weird because there's all this conflicting information on the internet that says you should not record mobile first. You should, it doesn't work. It doesn't this. I watch videos by Kevin Paul. I read stuff on Reddit. Everybody's saying this and everybody's saying that. And you know what? Whatever. Another thing is that since I've started making these YouTube videos in this week, really, I've been getting a lot of comments on people saying, like, the first day, I sent this to my friend, and he immediately, he's a CS student, he immediately sent me a message talking about the issues with hiring and front-end web developers and this and that and that and other. And I was like, I understand that it is a crazy market. You know, I know people were afraid during the 2008 2009 housing crisis. That was a crazy time. People were literally getting kicked out of their homes, being put on the street by banks, and the banks got a bailout. We're not going to get all, into that, but still, it was a crazy time. And people eventually got up and slightly recovered. I don't think the numbers ever got right in some communities, but whatever. Regardless, like I said in my first video, this is about mastery. This is about more than just getting I truly believe that if I continue on this path and continue learning and make myself valuable, I will have employment in this field. And I know there's a lot of people who are really looking at the news and they're looking at what's going on in the world and they're feeling skeptical. I understand that. And for me, it's bigger than just getting a job, but it is also getting a job is the goal. So I appreciate the comments on, and then there was some people saying that I should learn AI first or something like that. Or learn what did this one guy say? I don't know. I don't want to blast him and put him all out here or whatever. But yeah, somebody was talking about how I should focus on coding with AI because it makes the front end is already obsolete, can be done with AI. And I was like, okay. Oh look. You have enough points to set up your talent portal so that recruiters on the hiring platform can discover you. That's a cool thing about friend and mentor. Where are you located? Can I put, let's put Houston, Texas. I'm fluent in English. So I guess I can add insight. Insight. My favorite front end tool to work with is Vanilla CS. I just love Vanilla CSS. It doesn't make me want to. I'm not gonna put that. Vanilla CSS. I just love Vanilla CSS. It's so great, especially when it works. I have to add at least 3 entries. Okay, add another insight. Right now I'm learning. I am currently learning JavaScript. It's so much more fun than CSS. It really, really, really is. I mean that. Let's see. In my current role, I'm missing the opportunity to. My strongest skill as a front end. Hold up. My strongest skill as a front end developer is patience. 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 And save section. Talent profile updated. Oh, I don't know if I can. Oh, I gotta put a background. I gotta do a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, well I'll do this later, not on stream or whatever. Okay, so this workflow is finished. Let's see if it updated the icons. Boop. Icons. Let's refresh. Hold on. It's probably cached, so let me go to Chrome. Let me go to Chrome. Let's see what Chrome is talking about today. Let's see what it's talking about today. All right. Chrome. That is weird. It does this. Okay. Chrome is working. It has a thing. So this is updated. It's gonna be all right. What else should I talk about today? Okay, so going forward, I will focus on having mobile first. When I do my front end mentor challenges, I will do mobile first. It has been, I will never do desktop first again when it comes to these challenges unless there's somebody more knowledgeable than me and they're trying to lead me in the right direction and they're telling me, hey, you know, this would be a better way of doing it. Going forward, I will not, and I repeat, I will not start with the desktop version of these challenges first. My God. For the sake of my patience and my humanity, my life, I won't do it again. I promise. So it looks like the next thing I'm going to learn in here is working with data. Hold on. So this should be okay. Working with data. Oh, so we're gonna do. Ooh, we're gonna do JSON stuff and that type of stuff. That sounds fun. Updating UI and DOM manipulation and all that jazz. So that's a thing. And I really need to get back to Jonas's. Oh, I gotta log into that. I really need to get back to Jonas's JavaScript course. So I'm gonna probably watch some of that before I go to sleep tonight. What else can I talk about? What else can I talk about? There was a question on one of my friends' channels. His name is Stephen Builds underscore. It's Stephen Builds. He's really the one who inspired me to start making these videos. He asked a question regarding whether his audiences are optimists or pessimists, and you know, I'm I think this rings true right now because I could I understand why people are pessimists, especially right now with everything that's going on in the world. But I look at the utility of pessimism. You know, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, well, you have to be pragmatic, you have to be logical in the way you approach things, you have to be real, but you also have to live." And living isn't just about the facts, unfortunately. It's about the feeling. I know some people don't want to delve into that because they're very comfortable with the black and white, and the gray scares them. But especially, and I think this rings true in the coding journey that a lot of people are going on, because the market is so uncertain and it seems so unstable, and people are talking about AI is taking over and doing this and doing that, and there's other people talking about there's a bubble and this and that and that and the other. And again, I'm 34, so there's been a lot of world events that have happened since I've just been alive. There's always ups and downs. The economy's doing great. The economy's not doing great. The stock market's going down, or there's inflation, or there's this, or there's that. There's this constant flow of horrible information, of crime that's going on. And I'm not saying that we should ignore it, but I'm saying that there should be a certain degree of resilience and a certain um, awareness of what pessimism and optimism bring to the table, respectfully. Um, I'm all for having a lay of the land, and saying, okay, this is where I am, this is where I start, this is what's going on. But as you go on that journey, as you have those facts and you move forward, there's going to be a certain degree of faith, and I don't mean strictly religious, but I mean there has to be some higher feeling, higher power, more spiritual sense, more spiritual energy. There has to be something more that pushes us, because we're going to face times where there's a lack of motivation, where there's a lack of, just like, you don't want to even get up out of the bed in the morning. You don't want to do, and I've had a lot of those days where I've been extremely depressed, for weeks or months, where I don't want to come out of this room, I don't want to come out of this house. And I I think the only thing I can do in those situations is allow myself, number one, give myself permission to be optimistic, and to say, I have a vision for the future. I have a vision for where I want my life to go. I have a vision for how I want my day to day to be. I envision myself in a house and chickens in the backyard and my cow. I don't know how many cows, but I want a cow because I like cows. Okay, and I don't want to eat my cow. I want a cow as a pet. Okay, and some dogs and stuff, and going swimming and having fun, and working, and being able to support my friends and family. And I have to have that vision, because if I just focus on the endless stream of misery that is on everybody, that is on my and everyone else's for you pages or whatever, like, I will go in that bed and I won't get up. I'll just endlessly scroll. So I have to have some hope for the future. Again, what would I mean if you look at some videos on how the chances of us even being alive right now at this time, or even being the ones to make it to the egg, if that makes any sense. I don't want to get into that, but it's rare, and it seems like it's even rare for life to exist in the universe. I mean, everywhere we look, for the most part, it's not like we can communicate with any life. We don't see anything, and so it's us. For right now, our whole universe is us, and I don't think that this opportunity should be taken for granted. I know it's difficult, and I'm hoping that people will not take as long as I did to realize that there is community, there are people on the path, you are not alone, and that optimism is a great tool when you don't have the motivation. Imagination is the best tool when you feel like your environment is just not reflecting where you want to be, or you feel like you're outgrowing your environment. I remember in my hometown, I'm outside of Houston. I hated this place. I hated the feeling of being here. I hated the feeling of even it just be smelling the air, being among the people. Even now when I go to the grocery store, but I think this is a common feeling. I just side eye the whole grocery store. I'm just like, my God, I cannot. Like the other day, I had to go to Sam's Club to buy someone orange juice. No, ma'am, Pam, Sam, green eggs and ham. No, no, I don't want to go back. And then I'm the type, like, I get super anxiety when I go into grocery stores. So then I start sweating because one card didn't work and Sam's wants a certain type of card and a certain type of this and a certain type. I just want to buy this orange juice. Anyway, I realized that the problem really wasn't the environment. Now, I'm not now if you're like one of the Ninja Turtles living in a sewer, I think we can say that your environment is contributing a lot to your issues, but I think many of us live in, decent, okay environments. We're not trying to run from our lives from danger, or we're being challenged, you know, to where we can't get food and stuff for the most part. Or when, we're our lives are in danger. For the most part, we might just feel unfulfilled. And I'm not saying that that's not as important as someone's life being in jeopardy, because there's more to life than just working. There's more to being a person than just having the bare minimum, like the food, the water, and the shelter. That's not what truly makes people thrive. They need a reason, a feeling. um, I am slowly deterring from the plot, and the ADHD is kicking in. However, comma, semicolon. The point that I'm trying to make is that I ain't no quitter. I ain't no quitter. I get it. There's a lot of messed up stuff going on in the world. I'm pretty sure I can Google some stuff right now that'll support my pessimistic view, and I'm pretty sure I can Google some stuff that'll support my optimistic view. But at this point, at this age, at this feeling of 34 and being alive, at this point in time, I don't give a damn. I'm gonna push through. This is what I want to do, and I'm gonna get a job in it. And once I get, and the thing is, here's the thing to the naysayers: once you do get that, once you finally get that job, what can people say then? Somebody sent me a stat that said that the front end developer roles have decreased by 10%. So let's just say if there were 100 front end developer jobs and 10% of them were, cut, there's 90 left. There's 90 left. Like I still have some type of chance. Like, am I just supposed to give up? There's many factors. Some people are not gonna like me because of the fact that I'm toasted. Some people are not gonna like the fact they're not gonna like the way that I speak. They're not gonna like the way my head looks or my hair, or I just cut off my dreads, and they probably weren't gonna like my dreads, or they're not gonna like my voice, or how I present myself, or how I walk, or my education, or this or that. Whatever. There's a lot of stuff in the way. There's always gonna be challenges. There's just always gonna be adversity, and I really, the suffering is a feature. Suffering is a feature, not a bug. Challenges are a feature, not a bug. There's no way there's no story where someone has truly achieved greatness and there hasn't been any type of struggle or suffering or challenge or overcoming or analysis of self, or putting yourself in those dark forests and trying to find your way. There's just no way to go around it. And I think people just, they when they see the challenge, it instills a fear in them, and they try to do anything to mediate and make it as smooth as possible. But the reality is that it's just not smooth. It's just not. It's just not going to be smooth. You coming into this world wasn't a necessarily a smooth process. You leaving this world won't necessarily be a smooth process, as your body fights to stay alive. Like it, existence is just not. It's not all about comfort. It's not all about. It's just not all about convenience and comfort. It just isn't. And I'm sorry. Um, I'm not sorry actually. It's just, and I don't think, and that's why I'm glad I went through some of the things I went through in my 20s. Some of the kids in these discords are like, they hear that you're over 30 and they're like, oh my god, how are your knees feeling? Are you okay? Oh my god. Do you need a cane? Do you need your walker? I'm like, I'm 34, not 89 or some shit. So, and I cussed. I, it's, it's, it is, I know people that I went to high school with that did not make it to 30. Okay? There are people who didn't make it to this point, and it is a really a gift to be here. And I promise you, once you turn 30, things begin to click and you begin to wake up, especially for guys. But anyway, I'm rambling and stuff. I really appreciate y'all watching the videos. I really appreciate y'all um, commenting and liking and giving me pushing me forward and stuff. That's really important to me. There are times in my life where I have felt alone, but I'm definitely trying to push forward. And I want to let everybody out there know who's watching my videos that I struggle too. I have days where I don't want to get up. I feel tired, exhausted, especially when I hear the news or I just hear something going on in my daily life, and I'm just like, oh my god, a constant stream of information that is not benefiting me or society or the universe or the world or whatever god or deity you believe in. It is just information. I do not care about somebody's BBL. I just don't. I just don't. But I do like the idea of living in a world where it is so peaceful that we can focus on BBLs. There's a difference. There's a difference. So going forward, I will be studying some JavaScript in Jonas's course. I need to push forward because I'm already finished with the fundamentals 1. I need to do the fundamentals 2. I need to watch some tutorials on JSON since the next front-end mentor is JSON. I might take a step back from front-end mentor for a while and focus on the Jonas course and just start doing different challenges for myself, or just trying to do easier front-end challenges while I learn JavaScript just to make sure I'm staying fresh and stuff. So anyway, this is done. I am done. I'm going to go sit myself down and endlessly scroll because I deserve to scroll a little bit. By the way, Steph, if you're watching this, I have never had homemade lasagna before, and it had ravioli in it. My God. I swear, it's like on those horrible days, when those days where I'm stressed, and I eat a home cooked meal. My goodness. That was so damn delicious. I almost grew some hair. Anyway, I love y'all. I will talk to y'all later. And please have a wonderful and safe weekend. And don't do anything crazy. Have fun. Oh, tomorrow, I don't. And if you're watching if you're getting to this point, I really appreciate you. Tomorrow, I will be watching My Hero Academia and Gotcha Akuda. I do plan on making the Discord because I do want to start making my own Discord bot and seeing what the process of that is in JavaScript or TypeScript. So, yeah. Anyway, bye y'all. Bye.